Are you trying to bring too many things to Japan just in case? If that's you, stop packing right now and watch this video because I'll share exactly what to bring to Japan and what you do not need. I'll also share the important latest luggage rules for 2026. Hi, I'm Ikumi from Howzit Japan. We've guided over 1,000 travelers from all over the world, and one thing we hear all the time is, I brought too many things but didn't even use most of them. The more you carry, the harder your trip becomes. So if you want a smooth and fun trip, keep watching. In this video, let's say we're talking about 7-day trip to Japan. Before we talk about what to bring, let's talk about bags and suitcase. We recommend bringing one medium suitcase. I would say around 60 to 70 liters is perfect. It's perfect because it's not gonna be full when you arrive, which means you'll have plenty of space for souvenirs. If you plan to buy lots of things in Japan, I recommend bringing one foldable travel bag like this. And I personally don't recommend bringing huge suitcase or multiple suitcases per person. If you really need another suitcase because you wanna buy lots of things here, you can get suitcase in Japan. You can easily find them at Don Quijote, Tokyu Hanzu, or Lofto, and they're affordable and high quality. So try to bring less when you come to Japan. And because in Japan, you go up and down the stairs a lot, especially at the station. So it'll be annoying to carry huge luggage around. And also, hotels tend to be small, so if you bring big suitcase, it'll take up most of the space. Actually, you may see tourists carrying big suitcase and backpacks in Tokyo, and they look pretty stressed. Also, the bag you carry around during sightseeing is also important. We recommend a small backpack or shoulder bag because obviously you'll walk a lot here and you don't want to carry a huge backpack all over. You're gonna have back pain. Also, Japan is very crowded, so big bags don't just bother you, they also bother people around you. Think about what you use when you go out in your country. That size is perfect. Now, let's look at what you need. Here's the list. Let's break down one by one. You only need clothes for 3 or 4 days. I would bring 2 bottoms, 3 tops, 4 pairs of socks, 3 sets of underwear, and 1 jacket which is easy to take on and off. Japan has many coin laundries, so you don't have to bring clothes for all 7 days. You can wash them during the trip and reuse them. Quick dry clothes are even better, so you don't have to wear damp and stinky clothes. Also, if you're planning to go for a fancy restaurant or formal bars, you can bring 1 set for that. Just remember, even though you bring all of your favorite clothes, you'll probably end up repeating the same clothes and some may not even get worn. For shoes, bring comfortable sneakers. You'll probably walk 10,000 to 20,000 steps a day, or even more. I know it sounds a lot, but trust me, you will. At temples and shrines, you should expect to have a lot of walking, and they often have slopes and stairs, so you don't want to wear high heels or shoes you're not used to. I really recommend the shoes that are comfy and you don't mind getting a bit dirty. Just don't bring the brand new shoes or the ones you want to keep perfectly clean. Again, if you're going to somewhere fancy, you can bring 1 pair of nice shoes. Then, a foldable umbrella. The weather in Japan can be unpredictable sometimes. It may not rain in the morning, but suddenly start raining later in the day. So having a foldable umbrella is always helpful. I always carry one if there is even a small chance of rain. Then, towels. Bring 2 or 3 hand towels. In Japan, some bathroom in the park or at the old station doesn't have paper towels or hand dryers. Also, at the shrines and temples, you'll wash your hands when you enter. So I would say it's a must. Then, reusable shopping bags. If you need a plastic box when you go shopping, you have to pay for them. They're not free. So I always keep a small bag like this with me. So when I make an unexpected purchase, I don't have to pay extra. Then, power bank. You'll use your phone a lot for maps, translation, and searching restaurants. And your battery drains easily, so a power bank is very important. I think without the power bank, your phone will probably die by the evening. And there is new regulation about bringing the power bank, but we'll talk about it later. Then, Headphones. Japan is very quiet. Here, you're not supposed to be loud in public spaces like on the train, buses, or even at the cafes. So when you watch YouTube or TikTok in public places, make sure to use your headphones. It's important. Then, skincare products. Bring only your basic items, just what you use every day. Don't bring whole skincare routine, because you'll be so tired after a long day and will have no energy for deep skincare. Japan also has great skincare products, so if you feel like doing some extra care, get some in Japan. Then, face wash and makeup remover. Not all hotels provide them, so for women, it's very important. Then, money. Bring around 30,000 yen in cash. Most places, especially in big cities like Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka, they accept credit, but some local shops still only take cash. Coins can be also really helpful when you play in the arcade or capsule toys. And when you go to the shrines and temples, you'll also use them. But coins can easily pile up, so you'll also need a coin case besides wallet. And of course, don't forget your passport. If you are worried about Japan trip, we can definitely help you. At Howzit Japan, we offer fully private customized tours. We not only create the perfect tour for you, but also help you with any concerns you have even before arriving in Japan through text support. If you are interested, check out our website. Now, let's talk about things you don't really need. Here's the list. Snacks. You don't need to bring snacks from your country. Japan has the best cup noodles and snacks in the world. They're all high quality and cheap. If you need something light, stop by convenience stores. They have lots of options like rice bowls, chips, sweets, and even some veggies. I recommend Nakamoto from 7-Eleven. It's cup noodle, it's really spicy, but it's so addictive. For me, it's a perfect snack. And also, hot snacks from the convenience stores are great too. Don't worry, you won't struggle with hunger in Japan. Then, water bottle. Yes, it's important to stay hydrated because you'll walk a lot. But here's the thing, there aren't many public water fountains in Japan. So even if you bring a water bottle, it's hard to refill. Plus, convenience stores and vending machines are everywhere, so you'll have no problem to get something to drink. Then, bath items like shampoo, conditioner, and body soap. Most of the hotels have them, but if you're staying in a hostel, check their website first. Even if they don't have them, you can easily find travel-size shampoo set at the pharmacy in Japan, so you don't really need to bring them. Then, female products. For women, I'd say you don't really need to bring sanitary products. We do have pads and tampons here, and honestly, they're really good. I mean, if you have your favorite, you can bring them. But they can take up a lot of space in your suitcase. So, I recommend just getting them in Japan if you need them. Then pajamas. Most hotels provide some kind of room wear. But again, if you are staying in a hostel, you might need one, so check in advance. Then, more than one set of fancy clothes and shoes. Again, you'll walk a lot in Japan. Some of you may think like, I'm on holiday, I wanna dress up. I get it, but honestly, I think comfy clothes works much better for a Japan trip. But of course, you can bring some if you are planning to go for a special dinner or a night out. It really depends on your plan, but I would say you won't need more than one set. Now, let's talk about a few things to be careful about and some updates about traveling. Medicines are a bit tricky. Some medicines are not allowed into Japan because of certain ingredients. For example, popular medicine like Tylenol is not allowed depending on the type. So if you take regular medicine, make sure to check whether it's allowed before your trip. If possible, it's also helpful to have document explaining your medication in Japanese. In Japan, we do have medicines, so if you get sick while traveling, you can always get medicine at a pharmacy. For example, Paburon and Lulu are popular here. Finally, here are two important luggage rule updates for 2026 that you should know. The first one is about carry-on baggage. Basically, you're allowed one carry-on bag that fits in the overhead bin and one personal item that fits under the seat like a backpack or a handbag. So a total of 2 items. And here's the new update for 2026. Shopping bags are now count as one personal item. The thing you buy after the security, they also count as one. Japan. So, if you have a small suitcase, a small bag, and a shopping bag, that's no longer allowed anymore. If you are planning to buy souvenirs, make sure to either combine everything into one bag or leave some space in your suitcase and put them in it. The second update is about power bank. Recently, there have been more incidents of power banks catching fire, so airlines are taking this very seriously. You can bring up to 2 power banks per person on the plane. Don't put them in the check-in baggage. Also, you can't put them in the overhead bin. Make sure to always keep them with you, and you cannot charge them on the plane. That's it for today. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. No, I'll see you in Japan. Bye! How's it?